Alright, this is going to be a Blu-ray and DVD update. I've been away for a while. I think I did an update in, I think it was early kind of January. It's a fairly decent size update. I've got two DVDs to show first. First up's a documentary of a film I've been wanting to see for a long time. It's a 2-disc special edition of Enemies of the People. It's a documentary on the Khmer Rouge, Cambodia, and the subsequent genocide which occurred, talking to survivors and people who actually took part in the massacres. I've only seen half the documentary, but it's very, very powerful, very, very good. Quite different to the Indonesian genocide one I watched, because in that one I was really disliking some of the people who had basically become gangsters in their community now. But these people, oh God, I mean, they're as poor as anything. You can tell that they almost had a choice. If they didn't kill whoever was put in front of them, they would have been left to rot in the killing fields as well. It's a very good documentary what I've seen so far. The other film I got is an Australian film. It's Sunday Too Far Away with Jack Thompson. He plays it's 50s Australia. Jack plays a tough kind of no-nonsense sheep shearer, one of the best in the business, and he's doing a new job, and he's in constant kind of competition with a lot of the people there. But it's such a great film. I really like Jack Thompson. He's one of my favourite actors. That's no exaggeration. I really like his work. This is one great film, real manly movie. If you like, I think if you're a fan of Australian cinema in general, you'll like that. I picked up a few Blu-ray, a few standard ones. I think I remember Donnie recommended me this, and I've been wanting to pick it up for ages. It's Killer Joe, William Friedkin. It's absolutely unbelievably good film. Matthew McConaughey is fantastic in it. To be fair, the whole cast is great. Scene with the chicken bone in this had me laughing so much. I probably shouldn't be laughing, but the ending as well was so darkly comical. I was absolutely in pieces laughing. It's an absolute real great film. Really, really good film. This film was not so good. Was shy doing a Blue Thunder. Typical sort of action kind of fare. Helicopter pilot. Police helicopter pilot. I think he's in LA. Malcolm McDowell plays the kind of the villain in it. It starts off well and kind of goes. It goes on too long. It kind of goes to shit near the end. It's a bit of a shame. It's a digibook of, I think, one of the best films from the 80s. It's a fantastic film. Written by Bruce Robinson, who did With Null and I. Killing Fields. Again, this film's about the Khmer Rouge. And like the Cambodian genocide. I think when Phnom Penh gets occupied at the beginning, you got the US trying to get out, like some of the US personnel trying to get out of there. Real great cast. Dr. Hanges Nagor, that's that guy there. He survived the Cambodian, the Khmer Rouge regime until the Vietnamese invaded. And the Vietnamese just caused chaos as well. They weren't there to liberate the Cambodian people. They caused as much chaos as anyone. But it's really sad, he lived through that. I think he won an Oscar for his performance, and then he was shot dead by triads, I think, in Los Angeles in 1986, 87. No, it couldn't be, because Killing Fields was 84. Yeah, I think it was No, it was 96. It was 96. It was in the 90s. Tremendous shame, but it's such a powerful film. It's a brilliant film as well. I picked up the new edition of Robocop. New kind of transfer. I sold the other steelbook. Robocop is an awesome film. Then if I check out the remake, I might, maybe, because I like the director. He did Elite Squad films. And he's probably had a lot of the power took out of his hands anyway. But the original, I mean, to me, 2 and 3 are kind of... Well, 2's bad enough, but 3 is really, really terrible. Right, I picked up fantastic French film I got. Now this has only got English audio. I think you can get a DVD with original French language with subtitles. It's a La Veuve Facile. It's The Old Gun. This film is absolutely unbelievable. It's such a great movie. It's well in Montauban. 1944. The Germans are beginning to withdraw a lot of their troops, various areas fighting. I think is this post D-Day? I think it is. And this guy's got a wife and a young daughter, and he's moving them out of his town. He's a doctor, and I think the Nazis, along with kind of the French, the French locals going along with the Nazis, collaborationists. I think he's Mark, so he moves his family out, moves them out into the country, and they live in there's an old castle, bit kind of worn down castle, and living with within the confines of the village. And he gets out there and he finds that this retreating SS column raped his wife, killed his daughter, killed all the village brutally. Through flashbacks you see they flamethrower his wife. It's really quite harrowing. And then he decides to take revenge on around the 10 or so SS that have kind of stationed themselves in this castle. It's such a fucking good movie. It's a real great revenge film. I'd recommend it to anybody. It's absolutely unbelievable. Really, really good film. I picked up a Code Red title. I wanted to pick this up for a while. This is Just Before Dawn Blu-ray. It's a real great slasher film. All backwards. Yeah, it's really, really good. Really good one. Yeah, very decent transfer on this. I think I was quite concerned with Code Red because some of their stuff, like, sometimes they kind of promise and fail to deliver on certain things, but they've done a good job on this. I picked up the Prowler from Blue Underground. Prowler's a fantastic slasher film, absolutely amazing. Love the ending of this film. Amazing head explosion, really, really good one. Also, I think it's otherwise known as Rosemary's Killer. I think Dead and Buried, another real great early 80s film. One of my favourites from the 80s. Absolutely fantastic film, written by Dan O'Bannon. Alien and I think Return of the Living Dead. Directed by the guy who did Raw Meat as well. Raw Meat's a fantastic film. I didn't know that. That's a real good one. I picked up Curse of Frankenstein, classic Cushing Lee film. One of my favourite stunts ever in not just a horror movie, in any movie. The scene when Cushing directs some old bloke up a flight of stairs to look at a painting and then pushes him. I think the stunt man, I'm sure I read some website of the various stunt awards they have for every year. The guy who did the stunt, I'm sure he nearly died. It was a really kind of, you can see the impact of the head on the floor. Really, you'll know the stunt as soon as you see it. It's a real good film as well. Right. I picked up 2 Twilight Time releases. There's a few. I do like Twilight Time with some of their releases, but I think they've a lot come out this year. But the problem is the Blu-rays are very expensive sometimes, but I wanted to pick this up. This is a real favourite of mine from the 70s, one of my real favourite horror films. It's called The Other. It's a really great film. It's the end in the last 15 minutes or so, very harrowing. Really good one. I really like I like for kind of mass kind of production kind of films. You'd have to give it to the 80s, but for sheer quality, the 70s had like the best horror films. I picked this up from Rare Video. Francesco Rossi. Many wars ago. It's an Italian war film set in the First World War, fighting the Austrians. It's one of my favourite war films, anti-war film. Truly, like it's absolutely brilliant. Jean-Marie Valente is just fabulous in this, and so is what is it? Is it Alan Kane? The French actor who plays the Italian general. Is just an absolute sociopath in it. It really is a sort of a Paths of Glory type film. It's unbelievable. Transfer as well is absolutely beautiful. Rare Video have done a fantastic job. It's a brilliant film. One of my favourite war films. It's really fantastic. No exaggeration there. It's brilliant. 2 more kind of horror titles. There's some Olive. That's on DVD. I want to pick it up again. It's a real classic. The Boogans, really good film, real good one. If you haven't seen that, definitely pick that up. So I had the bootleg for years and I picked up the DVD, but I wanted to get it on Blu-ray. And Night of the Scarecrow. This is from Olive as well. I'd never saw this film. Saw it a few nights ago, and to be fair, apart from the male lead and the female lead being absolutely two of the worst actors I've ever seen, there's some really good bits in this. Oh God, who completely overacts in this film? Oh, Bruce Glover as the minister. Oh God, he really overacts in this. But there's some tremendous gore in it. Very, very good film. Really enjoyed it. Right, and then I picked this up from Germany. I picked up James Clavell's Shogun. Heard a lot about this. My dad always telling me about the book. I know he really enjoyed the book. Yeah, and I wanted to check it out. I like Richard Chamberlain a lot. That's Ashimi Funi. So yeah, I wanted to check this out for a while, and I'm sure it'll be good. This is the other Twilight Time release I got. This is Khartoum. Real one of my favourite. It's a fantastic film. Really love it. I think Charlton Heston as General Charles Chinese Gordon is fantastic. He really brings great kind of great respect to the role. I think he does fantastically well. And when the final scene, they really hit the nail on the head. When Khartoum has been overrun by the Mahdist soldiers, it's fantastic. It's a great film. One of my real kind of favourite. Real kind of one of the last of the epics from like the 60s. Right, this is a media book of a real kind of favourite of mine. When was this? Was this 70? Is it 78 or 79? I'm not really too sure. The Sentinel. It's a real great one. I know Michael Winner kind of gets shit on a bit, but I've always liked him as a director. And to be honest, I mean, he was probably one of the most successful British directors in Hollywood during the 70s and kind of early to mid 80s. Yeah, this is a really good film. Nice media book as well. Now, most of the others as well, they're all kind of Scream Factory titles. Witchboard, which I've always enjoyed, and watching it again, honestly, I really like the film. It's really, I think the story's fairly good. I think the script's good. Some great kills. Yeah, and to be honest, it's pretty creepy in places. I really enjoy it. It's a really good film. Crawl Space, absolutely love that cover art. The inside reversible cover art is Klaus Kinski's face, which is scary enough. I think it's that kind of sort of picture. Klaus Kinski, I mean, he was one fucked up individual. I mean, deviant. I mean, piece of shit really, but I can't help be entertained by him. And this film is great. Save the ending. The ending, a little bit of a letdown. I like to have a bit more of a, maybe a more memorable sort of Kinski demise, but you know, save that. You know, it's a very solid film. Prison, which I haven't seen in ages. I wanted to pick this up for a long time. Viggo Mortensen. Yeah, I remember liking it. I remember liking the film. It's been such a long time since I've seen it. Another film which I had on DVD, which I didn't enjoy as much for watching it again a few years later, watching it only around about last week now. Night of the Demons, great transfer, and also the film is very good. I really forgot how many awesome kills are in it. It's a really good film, and to be fair to Scream, they've done a really good job with the transfer. I think they've done a great job with it. Now, one film I haven't seen, I never had this on DVD either, Cat People. Now, the only thing I'm familiar with it with Paul Schrader, great director, great writer, you know, with Rolling Thunder and Hardcore amongst many others. But yeah, I've been wanting to check this out. Don't know if I like it or not, but you know, I'm sure you might impress. But the film I do like, John Carpenter Presents Body Bags. I had this on DVD as well. It's and this one's fully uncut now. The Stacey Keach story with the hair, it's really great, and I'm really impressed. John Carpenter's acting skills as well. I think that's very good. Mark Hamill in it as well. It's a good one. I've always liked the film. And the last thing to end the update, I wanted to pick this up for a while because I've been worried it might kind of sell out and go ridiculously kind of out of print. But it's the Ultimate Edition of Army of Darkness. It's just a pack of extras. All the films as well, which I'm quite surprised that they all come with English subtitles. Both Blu-ray and DVD versions. It comes with a few versions on it. I think it comes with 3 different Army of Darkness versions. What's good about it is it's very kind of, it's quite very kind of hard, the outer kind of box. And then how many, is this a 6 disc I think? I've always liked Army of Darkness, I absolutely love it. In many ways it's kind of, I think it's my, probably not my favourite either. I love all the films, but there's something about this film that brings, it's kind of, I got a special place in my heart. It kind of just, it just makes me laugh, and it's just kind of got a great humour to it. And Bruce Campbell's fantastic in it. So yeah, that's the end of the update. If you got any questions about any editions and stuff, you know, just ask, and I'll probably be back with another update in next month or so. I've got a lot of stuff coming in, and thanks for your comments, and I'll try to get back to the comments from the last video and this one, and thanks for watching.